Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
If you're in a relationship, you need to be hooking up your single friends. Like, this should actually be very important to you. Your single friends are fighting for their lives on these apps, okay? While you're cuddling up, watching your TV shows together, making dinner, planning your trips, we are struggling. We are out here. We are in the trenches. We are at war. We're matching with person after person, sending messages like, hey, where are you from? How was your weekend? Any fun plans? We're just doing that until one of us falls off and we never meet and it never works out. So if you are in a relationship, you know people, okay? You know people who know people who know people. Put your feelers out there. Hook up your single friends. Be a love connector, okay? Be a matchmaker. And I'm not just saying this to say this. I've set up multiple single friends of mine. I have 2 marriages under my belt, okay? I'm the single one now and I need help. So, yeah, hook me up, please.
It's not your friend's fault you're still single. You found not one but 2 men for your single friends when they were single, but you can't find one for yourself. There's something wrong with that story right there. They know people who know people. Well, apparently so do you, because you've set 2 of your friends up. At least in theory, those 2 are good men. But maybe the problem is all the people you know are good enough for your friends, but not for you.
Let me tell you a secret of how men truly fall in love. Because what I used to believe when I was younger is completely different from how it actually works. So maybe on a date you thought that if you show him how similar you are, how common your interests are, how pretty or smart you are or funny, that will make a huge difference and that will make him fall in love with you. But that's not the case. That's not how it works, okay? So the biggest mistake is to assume that he will fall in love with you for what you are, for how many common hobbies you have, and so on. Men fall in love, and that's the secret, please save. Men fall in love when you give him the feeling that he desires to have in this world.
I'm sure you already guessed it 10 seconds into the video. She has no idea what she's talking about. I don't fall in love with who you are. I fall in love when you give me the feeling that I desire. So head now, but seriously, brace yourself because here comes some more wisdom.
I'm gonna tell you the hard truth that you might not want to hear, but it's gonna be quick, efficient, and let's hope painless. But a man who does not want to pay for you on the date, or in general, on a trip, on a date, whatever it is, he does not want you enough. He's not interested in you enough because when he meets his dream girl, then he wants to show what he is capable of. He wants to impress her. He wants to protect her. All this stuff. He becomes much more masculine. If he does not become more masculine next to you, you're just not his dream girl. That's hard to accept, but that's the case.
Oh, and I become more masculine by paying for everything. Yeah, right. Did I mention that she is a life coach? Well, she is, because, I mean, of course she is. And I'm not saying she's wrong and everything, but by that logic, every girl on the street corner that I go and pay is my dream girl. And see, you guys thought I'm doing that to get pleasure out of it, but no, it's, I'm training my masculinity 1 hour at a time.
I feel like there's something embarrassing about loving men, and I don't mean this as like an anti-man sentiment, and so I'm so glad you learned these things about yourself, but now where does that leave me? You know, I felt that I was just collateral damage, and I think that's what makes women so amazing, is that we are like very loving creatures.
Oh, so we just start lying like that for no apparent reason?
My name is Meow like a cat, but I am a dog.
Yeah, someone needs to tell this young lady that doggy doesn't mean what she thinks it means.
I was watching a man's video earlier where he was describing the worst first date he's ever been on, and basically it was just the woman telling him that she wasn't trying to rush into a relationship and that she was celibate. And he came on TikTok and he was like, oh my god, this is the worst first date of my life. And it made me cackle out loud because
Patriarchy that is holding women down, and men are horrible, and at the same time women are complete angels that can do no wrong.
New video coming into our newsroom showing the moments before and after an alleged date turned into a robbery. Surveillance video shows the moments when 23-year-old Rachel Warner was invited into a man's Brickell hotel room back in April. Moments later, cameras captured her leaving alone. Once inside, Warner allegedly prepared the man a drink and he started to feel ill. Once he woke up, both Warner and his $18,000 Rolex watch were gone. Police arrested her a month later, connecting her to several other robberies similar to this one. She's facing various charges, including burglary and possession of a controlled substance.
Somebody pointed out to me that when it comes to the create a character part of a video game, that I never make female characters and I only make male characters. And they asked me why that is, and it's really simple. It's because I want to my character. If I'm spending hundreds of hours on a video game where I can only see the back of my character, okay, I don't want to stare at a flat ass like mine. No, I want to stare at a big, juicy, girthy man's ass. I'm sorry. Listen, I get why people choose characters that look like them. Maybe they want to feel like they're part of the story or live vicariously through the games. But here's the thing, is I play mainly Souls games, and quite frankly, I don't want to be a part of any of that. Okay? Like, if I'm going to watch a character get the shit beaten out of them, bleed to death, constantly fall off cliffs, constantly die, like, I don't want to see a woman or me go through that. No, I want to watch a man that I want to go through that. That's just, like, so much hotter, okay?
Perfectly understandable. And you ladies still have that. And not just in video games, but TV shows, movies. There still is and always will be some eye candies for you ladies to see. I'll give you an example. Wolverine used to be given the exact date when he was supposed to take his shirt off 6 months in advance so he can work those abs for you ladies to enjoy. And when it comes to characters in video games, men still do look like that for you ladies to enjoy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but my point is, you ladies still have that luxury and we have this.
I got you!
I realized the exact same thing. I looked back on my life, and whenever I was in a relationship with a man or I was living with a man, my life always ended up being When I was on my own and I was single, I had friends, I went out, I was happy, I was just living my life and doing what I wanted to do. And then when I had a man live with me or I went to go live with a man, my life went downhill and my mental health tanked every single time. This whole time I thought I had to be with a man, get married to a man, live with a man. Meanwhile, history shows that that was never the answer. But because society and our programming is so loud, you need to get married, you need to get a man, you need to do this, we don't even look at that. We just think, okay, maybe that wasn't the right guy, maybe that wasn't, blah, 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 right? Because everyone says we have to do this. But that's so far from the truth. I am so much happier single and without a man.
Yeah, I know, right? Ugh, man. I mean, I would hate them all too if none of them stuck around. Why does my account name says Mama something? Well, I tried to make those men stick around, but that didn't even seem to work. Why do I have rings on my ring fingers? Well, no, it's not that I dream about getting married with the man that I want. It's to remind me every day how happier I am being single. And it's not like I'm taking antidepressants for my own enjoyment. My doctor said I need to.
I just saw a video where a girl was talking about the fact that only 8% of women have six-figure salaries. Enraging. What's more enraging than that, last year, in 2024, was the first year that the number of female CEOs exceeded the number of CEOs named John. 50% of people in the United States are female. 3% of people in the United States are named John. And just last year was the first time that there were more female CEOs than schmoes named John as CEOs. Frustrating, ridiculous, nonsense, horrible. A couple of adjectives to describe how I feel when I hear about these facts.
Oh yeah, it's horrible, I know. Do you want to become a CEO? No, just cry about it on TikTok. The point I'm trying to make is, of course it's men's fault. Because at some point in recent history, some men decided, hey, you know what offices need? AC. Because I would be willing to bet money there are more bricklayers that are called John than are bricklayers that are women in the entire world. Isn't it weird that women never cry about wanting to become bricklayers and patriarchy is doing something? Pretty crazy, isn't it? Here's an idea, princess. Women do make 65% of college graduates, so maybe there would be more women that are CEOs if you were interested in some other classes and not just gender studies?
Well, guess what?
90% of the women want 10% of the men, but that means 10% of the women want 90% of the men. You just gotta spot that 10%. You got a king?
Well, I guess since I have no say in it, I'm gonna go with the 10%. Here I was thinking I get to decide who I want, but no, apparently I just needed to be told otherwise.
One thing I don't see anyone really talking about is the dissonance between people finding you attractive online and the amount of attention you actually get in real life. Like online, I get a decent amount of male attention. I get like a good amount of it online. In person, non-existent. Which, hey, you know, that's a good thing most of the time, but whenever I like had a friend today being like, how's your love life? And I'm like, ooh, oh, you know, it's not really all there. But I do get a lot of attention online, but this doesn't feel real because I don't know you, and I really only care about people's opinions that I know.
Well, the best way to not get anyone's opinion is to post yours online. Yeah, sure, that works. The reason no one wants to talk about that is because no one wants to admit the truth. The illusion of having unlimited options is just that, an illusion.
I just don't get why men aren't approaching me anymore.
It's because you chose me, Susan, and, well, they chose peace.
And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.